We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender. And it's all about the young police from Jamaica. Seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself. Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have go inside this description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police Channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com. You will see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Honestly, I'm not going to call a person name, but I am telling you that the Jamaica Young Police Channel Patreon members, we have some excellent person inside here. They have my number, to contact the Patreon. They have a special reward, when they send message to me, via Patreon, or they send message to me via the cell phone. And I am telling you that I receive a video reminding me of Andrew Holness versus Peter Bunting. The day the truth walked into Parliament and slapped deception in the face. Andrew Holness literally boxed the man in the face with truth. No, we will not talk physically, but we just talk metaphorically. I mean, I tell you, say, that was when Andrew Holness was, as a regular guy in a Parliament before he became Prime Minister. But that moment, you can see that moment, it had showed the man leadership skills and that he passionate, that the man is a patriot when he come on to Jamaica. And I am telling you, you're going to enjoy, if you love Jamaica, we're not talking about a party, we're talking about love Jamaica. You're going to see where Andrew Holness checkmate Labamouth Peter Bunting, wicked. So there comes a moment in every nation's political history, and you have to watch a video, you have to understand what's happened then and now. Andrew Holness exposed Peter Bunting, so back then, before Andrew Holness was Prime Minister, and now since he's a Prime Minister, and him confront him in a Parliament, wicked. May I tell you, him man mash up Labamouth Peter Bunting. So there comes a moment in every nation's political history when a single speech slices through the fog of lies like a sword through cobwebs. That moment came before Andrew Holness was even Prime Minister, when he was still a rising force, standing firm like a rock amidst a tide of corruption, cowardice and compromise in the hollow chambers of God knows, with men like the Honourable Pernell Charles, watching on with backbone, grit and real service to the nation. Andrew Holness unleashed a verbal beatdown of epic proportion and none other than Labamouth Peter Empty Barrel Bunting, exposing him not only as a fraud but as a dangerous opportunist who would sell out Jamaica's soul for political mileage. Me say the man, hey, me I tell you something for what the video like. Me I say, wow, where him get the fire from in him belly? Hey, you have to watch it, man. Watch closely and listen carefully. This isn't a rehearsal. This isn't party fanfare. This is the truth being spoken on the floor of Parliament, where Andrew Holness obliterate, destroy Bunting legacy. Peace by dishonest peace. The backstory they don't want you to remember. The May 2010 Tivoli incursion was one of the bloodiest yet most necessary operations in modern Jamaican history. Gunmen had turned an entire community into a war zone, loyal not to the flag, of Jamaica or the Constitution, but to a man, Christopher Doddus Coke. In the aftermath, when the dust had not even settled and the blood of both gunmen and innocents were still being washed from the streets, the government did the only responsible thing. It called a state of emergency. And what did Labamouth Peter Bunting did then? A top lieutenant of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization do? He was begging Andrew Holness, pleading with him in private to form a united front to crush the gangs. Holness, ever the patriot, agree. But when the cameras roll and the media microphone turn on, Bunting betrayed the trust and chose the side of the criminals. He stabbed the security forces in the back as usual. He chose the gangs over the people. He aligned himself with those who have turned Jamaica into a battlefield. And what happened next? Is the Klansman gang metastasized, yes, like cancer, into the beast it became. The very gang that terrorized Spanish Town, St. Catherine, and half of the country gained strength not because of guns or drugs alone, but because of political coward. This uncover from Labamouth, Empty Barrel Peter Bunting. Peter Bunting had the chance to stand with Jamaica, but instead he sided with the streets, the dons, the gunmen. And for years, the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization protected these monsters while pretending to wear the cloak of respectability. Andrew Holness exposed him wicked. May I tell you, say you haven't loved it, man. And this is what you call a leader. But it wasn't Bunting. Guess who crushed them? It wasn't the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization who are more concerned with defending criminals than disbanding them. It was Andrew Holness, the man who many doubted, but who stayed the course. It was under his administration that the Klansman gang was finally brought to its knees through strategic policing, legislation, and a renewed trust between the government and the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defence Force. The monster that Bunting helped grow was decapitated. If loving this Prime Minister is wrong, then we don't want to be right. If loving a Prime Minister who stands with the security forces is a sin, then may God help himself. May God himself judge us all. Because Andrew Holness has done what no white man, no imported ideology, no PNP LGBT plus criminal organization sold out ever could. He is chosen the people over politics. And let's be clear, no member of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, the same crew who are the mothers and fathers of gun culture, extortion and garrison politics, will ever fix what they broke. They are the ones who unleashed the genie, the British socialism, the Danman power structure, the gang political nexus that Michael Manley brought to Jamaica in the 1970s. That genie, it was fed with Soviet lies, Cuban militancy, and British hypocrisy. And we, the Jamaican people, have paid the price in blood, fear, and fatherless children ever since. education and empowerment. The truth behind the theatre. Michael Manley ideology wrapped in socialist slogans delivered guns and independence, not empowerment. He gave rise to dons, not entrepreneurs. Peter Bunting, while posturing as a man of faith and integrity, facilitated gang growth through neglect, betrayal and backdoor deals. Right now, you have a place in Manchester named George's Valley, PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, stronghold. I tell you, gun leaders are like crazy. Andrew Holness, despite every challenge, has made an unprecedented stride in rebuilding trust in the security forces, modernizing Jamaican police intelligence apparatus, prosecuting high-level gang members under the anti-gang legislation, restoring order to communities once under the iron grip of gunmen. So ask yourself this: if Andrew Holness hadn't stood firm, if he had listened to Blabbermouth Peter Bunting, the empty barrel, if he had given to the traitorous legacy of Michael Manley, where would Jamaica be right now? Would Spanish Town be safer? Would mothers feel peace when their sons leave home? Would extortion racket be in retreat? We all know the answer. The choice is clear. Stand with the man who stand with Jamaica, Andrew Holness. Reject the hypocrisy, cowardice and criminal sympathies of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Because no white man, no sellout, no gun-loving PMP frontman could put the GD back in the battle. Only a Jamaican leader with courage and conviction can. And we already have one. His name is Andrew Holness. Yes, we are telling you that. So we want you. Yeah, man, I mean, we want you to watch. You watch, you listen and you decide. You're going to hear Andrew Holness in his own words. Man, I tell you, you're going to love listen to him, man. You watch, you listen, and you decide. Andrew Holness, a dress up, empty barrel, batty face, Peter Bunting. You watch, you listen, and you decide.
I don't just come and take figures glibly. I take my responsibility seriously. Now you better, as Minister of National Security, stop this nonsense of telling people about, well, it is all our responsibility and nationally we must join together. When I was leader of opposition of government business, I came to you, Mr. Bunting, and I, Mr. Speaker, member from Central Manchester, and I sat with you when this nation had the greatest opportunity to bring crime under control. I came to you and I sat with you and I said to you, join us. We have criminals on the retreat. We were uprooting the criminal gangs, and I asked you, please join with us then to extend the state of emergency into St. Catherine, where we would have been able to deal with one of the most dangerous criminal gangs in Jamaica. And you, member from Central Manchester, refused. Had we done that, we would have uprooted the most dangerous criminal gang in Jamaica. And today, Jamaicans would have benefited from the safer country. But you played politics then, and you are trying to play politics now. I will not allow you to do it. Jamaica will not allow you to do it. Don't ever come in here and try to bring politics in this. Don't disrespect me. You're out of order.
To overhear a conversation with a young person and someone asking them about the reduction in murders. And the view was, yeah, murder's gone down, yeah, but the police do it. And I reflected upon it. So that person would be in the 1/3 who would be very reluctant to give the government credit. Yes, it is the police and the military and MOCA and customs who form what we call our law enforcement that is considered the tip of the spear. So you know a spear, it has a tip and it has a shaft. You try and do much damage with just the tip. It needs the shaft. So they always have the tip of the spear. They always have the power of arrest. You know, they have some amount of vehicles. They can do investigations. But without the full force of the government resources behind it, that tip of the spear would be ineffective. So we empower them. We spent over $90 billion in the last 9 years on national security. When you look at our police, they have a brand new kit, different uniform, full gears. You look at the leadership, fantastic leadership. When you look at the number of police, the first time ever that we have had our police force at its establishment of 14,000. We move it from somewhere about 10,000 to 14,000. We refleeted the police force, give them an entirely new fleet of cars and motorbikes. We fix up a whole heap of police stations for them. We pay them more. So now our police is now an effective tip. They have a good shaft on which to be seated. So when they launch out with the great support of the resources of the taxpayers of Jamaica and the government policies that support them. So yes, we congratulate our security forces, but we at the same time explain to the people that it is the policies of the government that has made the crime fighting effort effective. It is plain that this is an area in which your government has had tremendous success.
So now you have seen a real leader. Andrew Holness, a man who loved Jamaica more than power. Our modern day Lee Kuan Yew. Yes, Andrew Holness is Lee Kuan Yew. Our Lee Kuan Yew. You have just watched the video. Yes, the one where Andrew Holness, before he became Prime Minister, dismantled Labamouth, Empty Barrel, Peter Bunting and the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization right there on the floor of Parliament with nothing but facts, fire and the fierce love of a true patriot. And now look at the man. He has become calm under pressure and shaken by threats and moved by foreign influence and unrelenting in his mission to build a safer, stronger Jamaica. This is no ordinary politician. This is a leader, a visionary, a statesman cut from the cloth of the late, great Edward Seaga and Lee Kuan Yew, the father of modern day Singapore, the man who took a struggling divided island and turned it into a world-class economic powerhouse. And like Lee Kuan Yew, Andrew Holness has proven that it's possible to love your country more than you love power. Yes, that's what the man has done. Andrew Holness has proven that it is possible to love your country more than power. And you can't get that nowhere else but in Jamaica. The myth that power corrupts, destroyed by Andrew Holness, humility. Most politicians come into office with one obsession: power. They want the title, the perks, the foreign trips, and the photo ops. But not Andrew Holness. This is a man who came from humble beginnings in Spanish Town, in some city, to be exact, who rose through the ranks, not because of his last name, but because of vision, discipline, and unwavering love for his country. From his early days as Minister of Education, where he pushed reforms and made schooling more accessible and result-driven, to his current position as Prime Minister, Holness has shown again and again that he doesn't chase fame, he chases results. He doesn't make decisions based on party lines, he makes them based on what is right for the Jamaican people. Let's talk receipt, what Holness has really done. You want facts? Let's go. Crime fighting. Implemented zones of special operation, ZOZO, and expanded state of emergency SOEs in gang plague areas, reclaiming communities like Mold Salem, Denhamtown, Augustown, backed by the Jamaica Constabulary Force and JDF unapologetically, while Peter Bunting and the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization play defense for dance, along with Jamaican for justice. Economic stability. Pre-COVID, Jamaica economy had 8 consecutive years of growth, the longest run in independent history. Let me repeat myself. Yes, Jamaica economic stability. Pre-COVID, Jamaican economy had 8 consecutive years of growth, the longest run in independent history. So there's no other government that have the growth that this government have under Andrew Holness. Debt to GDP ratio fell from 147% to under 90% under his watch. that never happened yet since 1989. Massive infrastructure projects, North-South Highway, improved water supply systems, and modernization of the Norman, Manley and Sangster international airports. Housing and urban renewals through the HOPE program and NHD, thousands of young Jamaicans, people now have jobs, training and access to home ownership. Holness believes in lifting people from the garrisons, not just managing poverty like the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization has. No, him know that. Him want you to lift up yourself, help lift you up and make you, him want you be dependent on the government. And you go out there and do your thing. Integrity and leadership. When scandals knock on his door, he confronts it head on, not deflecting or blaming others, but by leading from the front. No Prime Minister in recent history has made himself as available to the public through press briefings, town halls and social media engagement. None. Andrew Holness are the only one. The dangerous alternative, the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. People, let's be real. If Holness were to walk away today, what would we left with? Mark Gummy Golden, the big belly white man from England, and the rest of his criminal sympathizing, done kowtowing foreign ideology importing PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization crew. These are the same people who gave gangsters free rein under Peter Bunting's Ministry of National Security. Defended terrorists instead of the police officers who risked their lives. Remember, I see Peter Bunting run down to Indicom the other day for lock up the police them. Him and the woman named Michael Jackson, the big bird face, woman like Punpan. When no man have to junk for even want to hold her. Because she looks so like a crowbait. They are now trying to insert foreign cultures and gender confusion into Jamaican values. I've never apologized for the bloodshed from the 1970s to 1980 when Michael Manley turned Jamaica into a political battlefield and introduced garrison culture, politics. The truth is, the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization does not want to build Jamaica. They want to control it, and they'll do it through crime, chaos, or corruption if they have to. Andrew Holness is Jamaica, Lee Kuan Yew. Just like Lee Kuan Yew ruled Singapore for decades, transforming it from a gang-riddled, struggling nation into one of the safest and wealthiest on earth, Andrew Holness must be allowed to lead Jamaica until he is whole, grey and walking with a cane. Because leaders like this don't come around often. Lee Kuan Yew stayed in office because the people recognized that vision, honesty and strength were rare. And when you find it, you hold onto it for dear life. Andrew Holness is our version of that global icon. Not because he's perfect, but because he's principled. Not because he's flashy, but because he's focused. He doesn't just want to rule Jamaica. He wants to save it, heal it, rebuild it, and leave it a better than he found it. This is not just an election cycle. This is not just politics. This is a war between the future and the past, between progress and decay, between Holness vision and the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization vengeance. We must choose love of country over love of power. We must choose Andrew Holness again and again and again until his ear is grey, his walk slows down, and he can sit with pride knowing I did what I could. And Jamaica rose from the ashes to greatness. Because when you find a real leader, you don't just vote for him, you protect him. And we, as a people, we have to protect Andrew Holness at all costs. Andrew Holness is our Lee Kuan Yew, Jamaica. And I am telling you as a man who's from the belly of the beast. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.